Oh, some people already here. What's up? What's up? Yeah, I always get into it with people. I always find the wrong people. I don't know what goes on with me, man. I just attract the weirdest people. They sitting there arguing with me. We've been going back and forth for like an hour straight. And it's all about this album, 444. What's up, Apollo? Now, what people don't understand, and I'm gonna enlighten them. Yeah, but people don't understand is you will learn a lot more from the Nas album than you would on Jay-Z's 444. And it's true. This album right here, you will learn all you need right here. Everybody's tapping my man on the back because he talked about his life, man. He told you how to invest. I'm like, he taught you how to invest? I must have missed that verse. When did he teach you that? See, this is what you call a grown man album. You see, Jay-Z basically took the formula that this album was based on. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about. Jay-Z only made this album because his back was against the wall. Once Beyonce came out with the Lemonade album, he was forced to have to answer this. If he came out with an album and didn't answer this, people been like, what's going on with Jay? This was so much that he had to turn it to an introspective album. Like he was saying something that was like, oh, wow. So Beyonce had already outed him. If he'd have been ahead of Beyonce and was apologizing on his own and dropped 444, then you could be like, man, that's dope. Dude went out and did this and this. He responding to all the stuff that already came out. That's what he's doing because he ain't got no choice. What Nas did was give information and inform all of you, the younger version. This album was the bridge and the guide for the young rappers, the young dudes, bridging them on game into how to be a man and survive to get to this level. He wasn't shutting out the youth. He was trying to grab the youth and say, I understand what your struggle is. Now, let me show you and maybe drop some knowledge on you so you can hear me. What's up, Stephen Buckner? Now, see this? Let's go to the first songs on here. Well, let's go to this. You see what this is? This is where he came from, got on the mic so he can get to this level. But he could sit back, sip some cognac, smoke some stogies. But he came from this. The same place you came from. And he ain't try to make a young man album. He made a grown man album. Cause he grown. He ain't out here trying to wear no jacket looking like Vic Mensa. He came out looking like Nas. That's why he's still relevant. Where's the Love is the best song on the album to me. But what he talk about on this album are things that's educational as he bridge wisdom and knowledge together to give you something that's real. But some people choose to ignore it. Now, see, many of you wouldn't recognize the tape and the microphone. That's how people used to get their tapes out. Right there. Recorded live. The world's an addiction. It talked about people being addicted to different things. And everyone had an addiction. The world is just caught on addiction. Very educational song, very different. Accidental Murders with Rick Ross on it, where Rick Ross is completely in space somewhere and forgot the concept of this album or even the song. But what he's talking about is people who accidentally kill people and act like they did it on purpose. You know, it's like, what do you get out of that? You didn't mean to kill nobody. So why you want to take credit for doing that? Westside Piff. Go listen to the song again. Rick Ross is just saying a bunch of stuff. Rick Ross' verse don't even fit the song. He was just owning it, rapping. It don't fit the song. So if it don't fit the song, it's just a bunch of nothing. And that's what Rick Ross is, a bunch of nothing. That's why no one can really even relate. If you ask somebody, name me a Rick Ross song, Every Day I'm Hustling. Because that's the only song that sticks in your head with Rick Ross. Because his songs have no staying power. You can't go, it's hard to go back to listen to a Rick Ross song. Who goes back and listens to a Rick Ross song? You wouldn't even know what album it came from. You wouldn't even know how many albums Rick Ross have. He got so many and they all the same. See, that's the difference. Stability. Staying power. He's just around because he can rap. And just, they making money off of him. So they just keep him out there. But when his career is over, crash and burn. You wouldn't understand. Daughters. Tell me anything on 444. Everybody talk about Blue. Oh, that's cute, man. He talked about Blue. And what song do he got that's better than Daughters? Y'all get caught up into too much promotion and social media crap. Y'all do. Y'all eat that stuff up. A song like Stay, No ID did Stay. Stay is one of the best beats on the album. See, Nas was going through a divorce at the time with his wife. which was Khalees. So this was Nas' life on blast. So he basically did the 444 album. That's why he got the piece of the cloth of which they were married. Yes, okay, fine. He was already divorced. But going through the divorce, what I mean by going through the divorce, meaning not just because the paperwork is signed, he was still going through things with Khalees, even though they had understanding. She was not too happy when she saw the artwork for this album. And she called him and be like, oh, so you dissing me? And he was like, nah, never that, Joe. Nah. I'm just, it's art. It's just art. A Queen story. Talked about all the hip hop and how it was back in the bridge. No introduction. All this stuff was flame. And he teach y'all a lot about being a man on the album. A lot of you guys forgot or didn't have anybody around to teach you how to be men. Y'all lost the value of life. If y'all think somebody killing somebody and they talking about killing somebody on every song, it ain't hot. Y'all made killing just like some random fashion. Y'all made the word savage into something cool. It's never cool to be a savage. Yeah, back when. I'm basically talking about back when. Well, Jay-Z's a political figure now. He's in the billionaire club. He can't rap about the things that he can't give you a streets is watching no more. And I'm not wanting him to make that kind of acknowledgement. I'm not asking him to even do that. I don't hate Jay-Z, Chris. If I tell you this album is more educational than 444, maybe you need to go listen to it. And then see if I'm right. Because everybody in this comment section must think I'm dead on when I say this album right here. Ding. It's more in depth. It's more grown man. And it's not trying to be like these new stuff that you see out here now. Well, you've seen a change in Chicago drill music. Chicago drill music came off the strength of not having nothing. And the record labels is what was responsible for Chicago drill music because that was the only music they were accepting. There were artists in Chicago that spitting that real hip hop, like Lupe Fiasco. They got plenty of those out here. They were spitting from the brain, but they rather take the gang image and came up off the streets because drill music was all on Chicago's YouTube. They built themselves up. They built themselves up from the ground up. When did you hear Chicago drill music? On YouTube, right? You heard it on YouTube. When drill music started taking off, you heard it from YouTube. And from YouTube, these guys start building their own audience to the outside world and start pushing their tapes through the hood, through their areas. Then people start getting murdered off YouTube videos. So it created an atmosphere of negative energy, and it was spreading out to other places. But now you've seen a lot of people dead, a lot of people going to jail behind what was said on songs. So drill music has changed now. Chicago is not doing too much drill music now. As you seeing, people are putting lyrical content in there, like Montana 300. You got Prince Easy, who dropped nothing but bars. And now you see him working with Nick Cannon out there on Wild 'N Out. That's because anybody who's 30 and older would appreciate this type of album. You 35 or something, and you're married, you understand what a marriage do to you. This is your album. This is your album. This is your album. How is this a diss to Jay-Z if I tell you you will learn more from this album than you would from 444? It's serious. I still play this album. And this album came out in 2012. This album came out 5 years ago. Can you believe this album came out 5 years ago? Feel like it came out yesterday. It came out on Def Jam. They didn't promote it the way it should have been, and it still almost sold 1 million records. That's called staying power. This is why Nas don't have to drop an album every year. He got staying power. Rick Ross got to keep putting out albums or he gonna be broke. So go ahead, drop your questions before I go. I agree. Mr. Servo. Homie, you know this Mr. SERV. Mr. Get My Ride On. Go back to bed. I need to go back to bed. Today was the first day I finally got some really good rest. Instead of my usual 4 hours sleep, I was able to just take all the stress away from myself and go to sleep. But you see, everybody's not doing drill music like it used to be. Everybody wanted to do drill music because they figured that's what everybody looking for. So they was afraid to put out some real content in their raps. Now people are being more diverse. Yeah, many people they talk about what's the best approach as far as what to do. Me, I was always different. I said if I want to do something, that guy doing that, I don't want to do that. I want to do something else. I don't want to do what he's doing. And those are the innovators. Those are the guys that make things happen. Those are the real ones. I mean, it's common sense. That's the thing. I don't get mad at Jay-Z for saying that Takeover's the best record. What is he supposed to say? I got my ass whooped. Yeah, he told me up. Nah, he just trying to block that out his mind as denial. Like it didn't even exist. That just lets you know how damaging it really was. Because why would you even talk about it? I'd be like, man, please. That was a diss song at that time. I mean, it did what it did. And I moved on from that. You think I'm sitting around thinking about that song? And he could have moved on. But he dwells on it. Because he know he got a couple of his fans that's looking for him to say anything. And then they run out the door with it. Once Jay be like, you know Takeover's a better song. To me, overall, it's just a better record. They go run right out the door with that, don't they? Takeover's a better record. Jay just said it. I'd be like, but what do you think? We know what Jay said, but what do you think? Yeah, I do love Never Change. This is Jay every day. Who love ho? Oh. I never change. This is Jay every day. I never change. This is Jay. I am a rock representer. Summer the winter. Winter the fall. I never change. Had 92 bricks at the fall back. When is the next live stream? I don't know. But it shouldn't be that long. Oh yeah, this is my office in case y'all never seen the office. This is my office, y'all. Just my office, man. Right or wrong. Lost 92 bricks at the fall back. From the first to the fifth, gave it all back. If I'm not a hustler, what you call that? This is before rap. This is all fact. I never change. Now, what I will tell you about that story is that's partially true. I wouldn't say it was 94 bricks, but he lost a lot. He lost a lot where his life was in danger. They got knocked. It was a big raid, a big knock, and it wasn't his 94 bricks. It wasn't like Jay-Z had 94 bricks. Like, it was up to Jay to get the money. Collectively, all of it together with the raid and everybody else involved, the 92 brick story, all of them people involved was responsible for coming up. Yeah, it was hot. And they did. They got it all back. They went ahead, took the loss, came back, and ended up paying everybody back. Yeah, I gotta get ready. I'm finna get on the boxing radio show now. I need to go. So, oh yeah, Poison. I mean, you could learn a lot more from Nas than you would from Jay. Everybody knows that. I just wanted to point people out because that was their last project. If you look at Nas' Life is Good album, I'm like, 444, it's good for today, but you could just go back and play that album and learn a lot more. It's just people are caught up in promotion so much. It just infects their brain. It makes them all stupid. They can't think for themselves. They just go off whatever the internet tells them. I've learned to invest. You really? You learned to invest? What you investing in? The neighborhood. I'm about a block. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Tell me how that works for you. Boom. I'm out. LL finna be on Drink Champs around them idiots. Oh man. He do not need to be on that show. Period.